PlayStation VR is an affordable introduction to quality VR. Many of the experiences aren't as crisp as the ones found on the Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, but, for a system that uses a PS4 instead of an expensive PC gaming rig, we're not complaining. PlayStation VR brings the world of virtual reality to consoles in a big way, and it does so without the cost most often associated with rival higher-end VR headsets. Those headsets have not only traditionally been expensive devices on their own, but have also required expensive gaming PCs with enough power to run them. Throw in new headsets coming soon from both Oculus and HTC, the Oculus Go and HTC Vive Pro, and PlayStation VR may be starting to feel the squeeze from its competitors, though it remains the least expensive of the higher-end VR headsets. Well over a year after its release, the PlayStation VR virtual reality headset is still going strong. Sony is positively committing to its VR development teams, as evidenced by the quality PlayStation VR games that have been released, and those yet to come. Moss just launched in February, and two more must-play titles, The Inpatient and Sprint Vector, are also out now. What's more, Sony announced more than 30 games coming to PlayStation VR in spring 2018, or sometime between late March and mid-June. We expect to get a big preview of these games at E3 2018. To cap it all off, a revised headset was also released in late 2017 to address the original headset's lack of HDR pass-through. The future's bright for Sony's VR gear. Let's put it this way, the PlayStation VR is different. While Oculus Rift has closed in on cost, the PSVR only requires a PS4 console to run, not an expensive PC setup. Frankly, it's remarkable that such an affordable solution is as capable as it is. It has its problems, but by and large PlayStation VR proves that not only is console VR viable, it's actually enjoyable, too. We've now tried dozens of games on the console, from Rocksteady's impressive, but short, Batman, Arkham VR to the laugh-out-loud funny job simulator to the tear-jerking Wayward Sky and even gun peripheral-toting horror game Farpoint VR. Some of these titles were more fun than others, obviously, but all of them made the same point: PlayStation VR doesn't suck. Before we go on talking about PlayStation VR's finer points and foibles, let's get the basics out of the way. At launch, the PlayStation VR headset had a slightly confusing sales setup. With the package reusing existing PlayStation peripherals such as the Move controllers and camera, the PSVR headset itself was sold separately in some instances, despite the other components being vital parts of the setup. If you didn't